Senator Hammer Clan, Hawker Hammer here, and it is time for part 2 of our Let's Build an Inn. And before I do that, though, I'm going to update you guys on some of the changes that have been occurring in the village at the watermill. And this goes for all of the houses. I actually have brought out some more detailing. I made some beams going across here on the inside. I used the trapdoors to sort of frame that up a bit. And at the tops of all of the roofs, I've also brought this out. I used to have like a upside down stair so that it was a slant, but I thought that bringing out the the logs would look better, and I think that it actually does. I think that it doesn't look too bad at all. I think it goes with the style. I think it does very well. The only thing I wasn't able to do was on the diagonal house. That one I wasn't able to do that, but I think it adds kind of a nice look to it. You got one, two, three, and then the last one at the top, right up underneath the roof decoration. And I've also added some melons and pumpkins and things like that all around to sort of spruce the place up a bit. Some patches of garden here and there, potatoes and beets, and over here we've got a carrot patch. Um, and then I've added some more stalls. They haven't been decorated yet, but I've added some more stalls to the place. We've got our our apothecary and our armor stall here, and then I've got this purpley one, which I think is pretty cool. This green one is probably going to be like a bowyer, what they would call a bowyer, somebody who makes bows, and he's going to be selling like bows and arrows and fletching equipment and things like that. And then there's this blue one over here, probably going to be maybe a weapons. I don't know, maybe a weapons stall, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe mining equipment since there's a mine nearby. But we'll see. I also made these. I don't really know what they are. Stands, banner stands. I don't really know what to call them. But I created these as some sort of decoration. Um, I don't know if they're gonna stay or they're gonna go at this point. I kind of like them, but I don't know if they quite go with the thing. If I should add maybe a couple more and then have them as decoration. I just wanted to make them and see what they would look like. But let me know down in the comments if you think that they should stay or go. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much a lot of the changes that I've been making. Just changing up a few little details here and there. With, like I said, the way that the logs, the beams actually come out of the houses um, at the very top. Um, Also, this wasn't here on the side. Yeah, the mill got more of a facelift than I think anything. And it's not a lot of stuff, but it's little things like those cross beams that were not there before, that sort of thing. Um, Maintaining that structural integrity, and like I said, there's these lovely melon and pumpkin patches, and all this cool stuff all around. And over here, we've got our wheat fields and little path running through them, and some scarecrows. And with these, what I did was I pushed. Well, I didn't even have to do that. I put a fence post down, and then I just dropped an armor stand on top of a fence post. Because with a fence post, it will not support an armor stand. The armor stand will actually fall through and become a part of the fence post. So that's how I got that post look. Whoops. Oh well. I'll fix that later. Um, but yeah, that's how I made my scarecrows, and that's pretty much all the updates for this so far. There's gonna be more. I'm gonna decorate that stuff, but without further ado, let's move on to our second floor of the inn. All right, let's go ahead, and first thing we're gonna do is bring out this. Bring this out and try to figure out a good look for the front of the inn. That's going to be our focus today. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to bring that up even. All right. There's one what do we want to do right here? That's the biggest thing I've got to ask myself is, should I do it this way? Should I create some kind of this? See, just all kinds of questions. And then right here, you know, there's no there's just this little thing here. Oh, I know what would look kind of good here anyway. Maybe. All right, and then we'll put that here. I don't know, how's that look, guys? Let's see. I think that doesn't look too bad for a start. Now, I wonder what materials would look good here. That's going to be the next big thing to decide, is because I've got all of the other houses in the village are basically one story with a loft, but this is going to be the only one in the village that is actually 2 stories, like truly a 2-story building. And so I think what I need to do with this is work on some kind of, I don't know, the hardest thing is finding materials that go well together for me. It's not always the case. Sometimes things just stand out to you. But if you're wanting to try different things and you don't want things to be all the same and sort of blah, then you gotta go out of your comfort zone a little bit and figure out what works. Sometimes something will work, sometimes it won't, but it's a lot of trial and error. So you gotta just not be afraid to, you know, do and then redo. Something doesn't look good, let's redo it, man. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. All right. 2, 3, and 4. All right, I'm starting to like that a bit. Let's see how this is going to shape up. Actually, let's not do that. I was thinking about maybe having that as a trim. And I think that actually kind of looks nice. Let's go ahead and incorporate that all the way around. Because after that, the challenge will then be figuring out what the walls are going to be and how that's going to work and be incorporated into the build and all these different questions. So we gotta figure that out. Stop it. There we go. Put that there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and frame this all up for us and cue time lapse now. All right, so now we've got our frame started and it's looking not too bad. It's not looking not too bad. I'm sure that we'll make changes and adjustments to it, but I kind of like the color scheme. I like the way that this jungle wood looks with everything else. It doesn't look too bad. Like I said, there will probably be some adjustments. One of the biggest of which I think will be probably these blocks at some point. But for now, I think that that'll do. The next thing we need to figure out is what we're gonna do for our roof. not a roof. Well, second floor, and I'm debating on whether it should be cobblestone or wood. I'm thinking wood. So let's go ahead and cue another time lapse, and we will cover this bad boy up. All right, so you'll notice that I left the front alone, and that's because I'm not 100% sure how I want to design the front of this building. And I have a lot of thoughts on that, but not 100% sure on it yet. I was thinking about maybe having some sort of an archway, um, something here that would go back into the side of the building, maybe having a roof right here underneath the regular roof, which I think is what I'm going to do. Um, Rather than have every little thing be 100% 2 stories, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to delete that and take this out because it might interfere. I might have to change some things anyway. So, next thing we need to do is we need to bring out this roof right here. And you're going to, let's see, grab the oak wood here, and we will run like so, I think. Or, let's see, should we do it that way? Or should we do it down here? I'm thinking underneath would probably be best. So let's go through with that. Just like this. And then we can throw on our lovely little trapdoors. Create the roof. I'm going to go ahead and frame this bit of the roof up, and again, we are going to time lapse it because there's no point in not time lapsing it. So let's go. All right, so we've got this going on right here. We're going to have this staircase come up underneath. And here. There's the beginning of our stuff here. Let's throw in some, for now, let's do this. This is how we've been doing it, so we're going to continue on with that tradition. We are going to bring out the wood to here, and we're going to bring the beam back to the edge right here, which with this wall, it may be more like right here. I think that's more along the lines of what we're looking for. That way it's flush with this wall, and that way we come in with this. That's what we're dealing with. Instead of having a weird, like I can't sink it in too deep into the entryway here. So I think that's gonna have to do for now. Let's grab this right here. All right, and now what we need to do, we still need to figure out the walls, but throw that on there. Got this, and I will go ahead, venture. Should I do it? Kind of feeling this design for the inn. What do you guys think? I'm kind of feeling like the roofs for the inn should emulate this design right here. That's what I'm feeling, and so that's what I'm going to go with. And yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. All right, so we still got to figure out the material of what the inn is going to be made of. And I'm kind of feeling like maybe we should have a color of some kind instead of just the grays and the whites. Maybe have like some green in there or something, but I'm not entirely sure what color. So that being said, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to be right back after I toy with a few things, and then we will continue with the Let's Build. Be right back, guys. Alright, we are back, and after much trial and error on my part, I finally think that I've decided on this. I completely changed this out to this sort of support system with the beams running across, and I rather like it. I think it looks better than what I had going on before. And let me grab this. There we go. All right, so let's take these off because I don't think that they're necessary now. Leave that there because we'll put like some lamps or something there. But other than that, though, this is what we've got so far, guys. We've got a nice second story, of course, with all of our internal as well as external beams. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put down a staircase. When you walk in, there's this sort of foyer, sort of entry area with the windows, of course, and this may change. I don't know if I like it. From the outside, it looks nice, but from the inside, it kind of doesn't. And so I'm not really sure if that's going to stay or go. But in here, we haven't really lit anything up. And again, there's going to be like fireplace like right here, and just tables, chairs. It's going to be really warm, cozy, and nice village inn when we get done with it. But that is going to be saved for another episode. Like I said, this is a really big build, and well, it's a big build for a Let's Build, and as far as it being very extensive, so I gotta sort of break it up into pieces for you. But I'm really enjoying doing this. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the progress so far, and leave me any sort of feedback or comments on the video, or how I've been doing the video, the formats, and anything. I'm always open to constructive criticism on how to make my content better and more entertaining for you guys. But and if you're new to the channel, don't make sure you hit that red subscribe button, because there's gonna be more where this came from. So hopefully you guys will stick around. Anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for me. This has been Hawk Runehammer, and I am now signing out. As always, stay creative, stay positive, and join me next time for the next installment of our Let's Build series. Until then, goodbye.